here in New York picking pockets. This young lady doesn't even realize that she no longer has her wallet. New Yorkers don't buy it. Very excited to be headed to Long Island to meet our friend Hender. I say friend because most of the folks that we are running into I've never met, and it's sort of an exciting moment. But I've known Hender for a while. Geez, I think it's been well over a year. Met him in Orlando, and now we're going to see his first of many free laundromats. Let's get off the train and go see Hender. This is the humanity. And people say to me, gee whiz, do I really want to drive 1 hour, once a week, one way to go collect $300,000 a year? Or do you want to do this for 2 hours, one way, 5 days a week? Do the math. Where are we?
Well, we are in New York, Long Island. Lindenhurst, that's the town that the laundry is. And we've been here now for a couple of years.
I think that, well, I know that you and I are unique, at least as far as my clients go, because I've met clients before at my seminars and they've gone on to open stores. I rarely get to meet a client really at the inception, and that was you. So we met in Florida.
Correct.
So you
personally, yeah,
drug your ass down to Florida, and you would remember better than me. I decided, like, I want to get this guy on the couch. There was a lot of clients there. We were having a thing, and you didn't pay me to go to that, did you?
No.
No. It was like a laundry forum thing. And I got a suite, and I kind of pull people from the event.
Yes.
So I had a few of, quote, my clients there. And do you remember, like, I know why I wanted you there, because you have an amazing personality and you're larger than life. But do you remember, you know, how it came about? How did we end up on the couch?
I don't remember exactly how or why, but what I remember is why I went there was for the skepticism of believing you that you were real and that you were doing this guidance or this coaching for laundromat. So I want to know it was real. Like, it sounds too good to be true that you will actually get on the phone and you will coach them and you will try to get a person the best deal for the minimal charge that you were charging for your services. So I wanted to know if it was real or not. That was kind of my, see it to believe it type of thing.
That's your personality. Press the flesh. See what's going on.
Yeah.
That is the first time we actually met face to face when you came to the suite, or?
Yes.
Okay.
No. Yeah. Well, I was there. It took me only a couple minutes just to see you interact in dinner, and there just to realize that you were with your lovely wife, and it took me a couple minutes just to realize that it was real. People coming to you, asking you questions, and you giving. I was in the background, a fly on the wall, but I was, I was just laser focused on how he interact, how he talk, how he give the cold shoulder, what he does, how he buy drink for these people, and they don't even know, and you're doing this, and you do. So all those little details, that was kind of caught my attention. That at that point I just could have left and knew that I was going to be working with you.
That's funny. I had no idea that I had a stalker that weekend.
Yeah, and sure enough, when you approached me, that's
that's funny.
Right. Yeah.
And then you were on the couch. I invited you, and again, I met a lot of people, and I thought, oh, Hender, I picked a couple of guys out of the crowd, if you will, that I was pretty sure I would be working with, especially according to what you had said, what the other gentleman had said. And I want to bring this to people's attention. I picked 2 guys, and it could have been 3, it could have been none. We sat down, we did a talk, and you guys had your questions. And look, it's pretty easy to figure out who this gentleman is. It has nothing to do with him, nothing. But he also was a skeptic. He also, I think you and he were talking a little bit, obviously. I mean, I'm not trying to control who says what to whom. And he really didn't do work after that, if you know what I mean. And that's telling to me, because Marines, I put Marines in stores. You know how Marines are. I worked with those guys. So Marines and Navy have a fun, interactive relationship and always will. And we make fun of each other, and that's great, and they eat crayons, and we do intelligent work. But when I work with a Marine, it's like, all right, you don't have to explain to me that you're going to do it, come hell or high water. And I had the same impression of you. So it's funny that we were sniffing each other's ass at the same time, and I was thinking, well, if this guy is working with me, it's going to get done. It's going to get done again and again and again. I know the type. I've met the type, and I've worked with the type. So congratulations, sincerely.
Thank you.
And here it is. Tell me in 3 sentences, what did we do? How did it unfold? And what is the story?
Well, it's going to take a little more than 3 sentences, but in a nutshell, it was, I can describe it into understanding the system, getting to understand the system and how it worked, timing, and patience. Trusting the system on how it works, because, in the beginning, it's interesting how I see many of your calls, and I see how many potential people talk to you, or even clients talk to you, and they have that uncertainty of, I want a deal now. Why, it's okay if you offer him a little bit more, or it's okay if you do this, and here you are telling, you know what, no, you don't want that person as your landlord. And it happened to me, and I'm like, you don't understand, Danny, yes, it's a good deal.
Yeah.
No, you don't want that type of guy. He's going to be married to you for the next 15 years. No, man, he's not the one that you're going to sleep and going to have a safety net there for you. He's the one that is going to come at you. So you don't want that type of landlord with you. So when I hear those things, kind of relate to where I was going and where I was. So, that's what I guess I connect with many of your clients, just because, look, I come from similar experience of, I was in that point of skeptical of, I want it yesterday. Like, Donnie, you don't understand, it happened, and then here you are, look, I understand, I've been there, I've done it many times, this is what I do for a living. So, but once it took me, I consider myself a fast learner, and once I understood the system, and then I said, look, do what you do best, and they've done it, that same thing, that even my wife, why you didn't close this one, why you didn't go, that is a beautiful laundry, great location, great bar. Donnie, that same thing is a good deal, and I'm gonna go
it's not that I'm the end all, and that's funny. You never know where these conversations are going to go, but that's not. It's not my word. It's not my gut. It's my experience, I think, and also knowing that, yeah, people want to go buy the newspaper, read the newspaper, gain the knowledge, throw the newspaper away. Well, this isn't a newsstand. This is a lifelong learning process where I'm saying to people, okay, this is not a good deal. And then the client's like, yeah, but. No, there's no yeah, but. It's not a good deal.
How
and
about
then
the sigh?
Oh, yeah. You're listening to my calls and you're like, I hate how in tuned I am to humans, because I hate it. I'm just,
Oh, there goes the silent, 2 seconds silent, like.
Or it's just, well, Pete, the number you've reached has been disconnected, and then they're like, oh my God, like what? They're having a fit. It's like, it happens. It's the wrong number. Go find the right one. Is there a landlord? Yes. Go find his number, and we'll call him. Have a nice day. And I'm supposed to be a guru. I'm supposed to say, everybody out there, get Danny's course and hire him to call. It's the only way. I don't care. I want to see you do it right. I could go off into the sunset tomorrow When I tell people that I don't do this for money, you understand, you know me. But they're watching a guy on the internet and they're like, oh, that's bullshit. That's just bullshit, period. No, I charge what I charge, and I do the work in such a way that I'm not spending a lot of energy, not a lot of time. You're doing the legwork. You're out there gathering all of the information, culling the proper information, and I just do the one thing. I'm just a scalpel. I'm not even the surgeon in this scenario. I'm just a tool. And it takes a village to do this. You are the village. I'm just the village idiot. I'm just there to say, oh yeah, let me sing and dance. And I appreciate you more than most because you were that guy and you were kind of in that rush mode, and now you realize, hey, now you're in your store. So how much free rent did you get? What did you pay for the laundromat? And everybody wants to know dollars and cents. Would you do it again? I think I know the answer to that one because we are.
Yeah, we are. The last question, if we're doing it again, yes, we are. Of course, we already doing the groundwork to get another laundry. We're already working on that. So yes, and second of all, we got a year abatement of free rent. And it's so funny because in the beginning when I called that I didn't know you, and the guy was like, look, you get 1 month. That's all you get, 1 month.
Same landlord.
Yeah, same landlord. So you get 1 month, and you know what? I don't even want a laundromat there. It's 1 month, and
you have to remind me of these stories because I never remember.
The rent was, 1 time and a half of what actually you negotiated, which actually I never thought that it was going to be possible. He was going to say yes to that. So it kind of bugs me when sometimes you have on a live like 60 people and then you mention, just get the course. All of a sudden those 60 goes to 50.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how interesting that you're not willing to invest a couple $100 in a course that is not going to change any way, shape, or form.
Right now, somebody's watching this YouTube video and they just left because now all of a sudden you're full of shit and I paid you.
And here we were talking about, your timepiece that you have and everything that costs all that money that costs, and here they are for a couple $100 for a course. I'm telling you because I'm going to help you, because it's going to help you. You will get the answer of many of your questions.
Right.
So yeah, now we're here a couple years now, and yeah, we're going to do it again.
What's the worst part about running this business? The worst part, the real worst part. See, I know it's good because it's taking you this long. I want to hear it. Tell people.
Perhaps in the beginning, when you open up and having that patience of getting the people in, perhaps maybe that's one of the things, like that uncertainty of knowing whether this is going to work or not, or. But at the end of the day, when you said, look, you're going to have my phone number, my cell phone number forever. And I called you, I text you a couple times, and even in the middle of the night, you answer. It's simple things, simple question, but yet again, they were simple for me. Now I know them, but they were very, very important for me in the beginning. So and you were in there, so knowing that you have somebody that you can lean on, especially on those beginning stages, I think that was, I guess, if you can call it the worst part, just knowing where people coming in, one by one.
I think the worst part for you was the unknown.
Yeah.
And also a fear, like we talk about the monster under the bed. Your worst part was probably something that was unfounded or just needed an answer to it.
Yeah.
What's the best part?
The best part is the freedom that you get with owning a laundromat once you learn and keep on learning the system. I guess that's one of the best part, actually, the freedom that you can have a business where if you need to go somewhere, you can go. If you need to go to your kids' games or events or go with your wife, anyway, you can go. So that's the best part.
We go to, I've got now a 15, 18, and 21-year-old, and when we go to the 15-year-olds events at school, parent-teacher conference, we're the only couple in there, really. There's a mom, there's a dad, there might be a few other couples.
Sometimes I ask myself, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but sometimes I asked my wife, I like, was this only for moms?
Yeah.
I'm the only father there.
I love it.
Is it this only for you ladies, or it's okay? Yeah, you can come.
You realize how important that is. You know, to be able to sit down eye to eye and talk to your kids about things and stuff. And in this country and many others, it's attainable. You know, you just.
And sometimes it's so funny that it works the other way, because when I miss one game, God forbid, you're not going to go to that game. I've been going to 99 games and only miss only one. I'm not even going to miss it. I'm just going to arrive late. That's the size, says Danny. You know, so but it's funny.
What? Look, maybe you and I are constantly talking. We're on the calls together. You've become a meme in my universe. My clients call, and when I call them back, they say, Danny D.
Danny D.
That's like, I can't tell you how many do this horrible Hender impression. And I couldn't be prouder that it's you.
Danny D.
Hender, that being said, what is, you're right now on YouTube, and you're, hopefully there's some guy in Iowa, you've heard me say this before, and he's maybe skeptical like you were, and he's kind of thinking, and I don't want you to sell anything, you know that's my thing, like don't sell. But what do you want to say to that guy or gal, right? They have no knowledge of so much of this, and here I am telling you, like, don't sell. But what do you want to say to them? They're the person, they've never seen another YouTube video, they're just tuning in and they like your style. Go.
Well, one of the first team that when we got into the call and in the YouTube, when I was giving you credits or accolades in the beginning, you were the first one who like, look, don't go there. I don't need it. Just let's focus on this. As Danny, I want to thank you. I wanted to tell you, you know, how it worked for me and what you did. No, look, it's okay. Like you were the first one to kind of suppress that compliments per se. And I'm here like, isn't that backwards? Like I'm trying to tell him how good he is and what he have done for me and he's telling me, no, look, it's okay. Even when I was trying to talk with the other guy, trying to tell him the process of the system, and I thought I was helping, but yet again, you have a better way on how to send a message and how to direct them in the right way versus me trying to steer him in the wrong direction. It's kind of the blind leading the blind, right? So,
I remember.
You know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like here I'm trying to, in my mind, trying to do something good, but it turned out to something bad. So
I told you not to waste your energy.
Yeah, and then yet again, it took me, I'm sorry to cut you off, it took me a couple days or weeks or months to understand, like, yeah, it's just, it wouldn't be a waste of time. It just wouldn't be worth it just because how they said you can only lead the horse to the water.
Your parents probably said the same thing in Spanish when if your friends jumped off a bridge, right? Mm-hmm. Is there
similar? Yeah. But coming back to your original question, is that it goes the best way that I can put it to those people that are probably skeptical or new to the program or new to the system is, you remember when you go into school and you study for a test and you know almost all the answers or everything that the teacher was going to ask in the test, and then you're like, teacher, don't forget, we have a test today. Let's go. But then if you didn't study, if you didn't do your homework,
everybody in the class, yeah.
I hope she forgets, right? So the same thing similar happens here. Like if you wanted to get into this business, and when I say get into this business, I want to be very clear, get into this business the right way. You have to do your homework, and you have to search your content a little bit more, so that way you can understand why he tell you A, and in this case I'm talking about you, why he tell you to do A, why he tell you to do B, and why he tell you to do, and most of the information is on your videos. So get familiar with him. You know, I took the extra step to go there immediately to make sure that you were real and to put the name with the face. But like I said before, it took me only a couple minutes to see you interact, not even meet you yet, to see a couple minutes interact.
I wish I knew what you're talking about, because I don't
I can remember like it was yesterday.
on.
You came to the side of the whole arena that we were there, the cocktail hour that we were there, and you came with your wife and you hold her hand, you open the door for all those little things that you know, you got the drink for her first, and couple people. So you know, all those little things. People have questions. Yes, give me 1 second. So was polite, respectful. So all those little things, understand that you don't need to adjust to, oh, now I'm with a client, oh now I'm on YouTube, or now you don't need to adjust. And even all this, right, that we're working together is the same thing. So there is no different of you being on YouTube or on Real. It's the same person, and which is easy now because you don't have to adjust. Now I'm here, now I'm here.
I can't stand fake people.
Yeah.
You know, or liars. And I've had friends that lie to me. They're not my friends anymore. You know, eventually you find out. And it's heartbreaking. It's like, oh, why? And in business, we all expect to be lied to. And that's terrible. You know.
No, you're the one who told me in one of our calls, never lie in business. I don't know why that came from, but you like, Hender is never lie in business. And I don't remember why you said that.
The next part is it will always come back to bite you. They'll always figure it out. And they'll never trust you again. And they'll never do business with you again.
So that's kind of my best advice, is to you know, study for the test. Coming back to the thing, and what I mean by that is just, you know,
and
get
screw
to know
everybody
more.
else in the class when you say, hey, we're supposed to have a quiz. We've been doing this together a long time, and here we are. This is my camera crew. What do you want to say?
Well, first of all, thank you for coming, taking time out of your schedule to come here and to visit us. And yet again, I consider myself relatively a little person when it comes to the laundromat, just with one, but where we going, and you take the time to come, you know, all the way from that neck of the woods here, and find a time to spend. That means a lot to me. You know what I mean? That was true what you said a couple years ago when we talked. Look, you're gonna have my phone number forever. I had you back for life, and yet again, this is another testament for that. So.
And I told you I'd come visit your store, so I don't tell everybody that, because I don't really give a shit.
It seems to me that once again you're proving that you're a man of your word.
I love you, buddy. I'm so proud of you. Congrats.
Thank you, brother.
All right. Now let's drive 100 miles an hour. It's fantastic to run into Hender again. This time very different, because we're pressing the flesh and I'm able to see him in his store and earning. And my God, he picked us up in a $100,000 plus Mercedes, and that kind of wells up a little bit of pride in me as well. We're able to see him in his home, see how he lives, and I just want to talk about how this relates to you and how it should and will relate to you. You have to make that decision. If you want to move forward with this, simply click a couple of buttons. No one's asking you to dig a ditch or do a push-up. We're asking you to take a simple step. Start there, and maybe I will visit you in your hometown and give you that silver quarter. Start now. I'm pretty sure this hot water heater's got a few more good years left in it.